hypocrisy by the law firm representing Ryan Reynolds. As it turns out, it's the same law firm that's representing Drake in his battle against the record label and Kendrick Lamar.
Footage that's going around from the set of It Ends With Us where we see Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni making out on set. And people are saying that this is contradicting the allegations that she makes against Justin Baldoni. However, the timeline is important.
Baldoni's attorney Brian Friedman includes a message ahead of the footage saying Ms. Lively's complaint alleges that during a scene, Mr. Baldoni and Ms. Lively were filming for a slow dance montage. Mr. Baldoni was behaving inappropriately. The statement adds, the following videos, captured on May 23, 2023, clearly refute Ms. Lively's characterization of his behavior. The scene in question was designed to show the two characters falling in love and longing to be close to one another. Both actors are clearly behaving well within the scope of the scene and with mutual respect and professionalism.
Hollywood thrives on drama, but sometimes the lines between on-screen fiction and real-life scandals blur in ways that no PR team can contain. The latest firestorm involves a leaked video that allegedly captures Blake Lively and her It Ends With Us co-star, Justin Baldoni, sharing an intimate moment. What should have been an ordinary behind-the-scenes clip has ignited a media frenzy, leaving fans questioning the nature of their relationship and putting Ryan Reynolds, Blake's husband, in the uncomfortable position of being at the center of the gossip mill.
As many of you know, the latest Deadpool movie was a family affair for Scarlett Johansson's ex-husband and Amber Lively. Notoriously, the film featured Nice Pool, which was a caricature and mockery of Justin Baldoni. The Plantation Princess also had a brief cameo in the movie as Lady Pool, although it has been alleged that she didn't actually film at all. The Woody Allen apologist had just given birth, was feeling self-conscious about her body, which played into It Ends With Us, so instead her body double did all of the shooting, according to what is out there. And the lip nibbler just voiced her character.
As many of you know, the latest Deadpool movie was a family affair for Scarlett Johansson's ex-husband and Amber Lively. Notably, the film featured a character named Nice Pool, which was a caricature and mockery of Justin Baldoni. Lively also had a brief cameo in the movie as Lady Pool, although it has been alleged that she didn't actually film any scenes herself. The Woody Allen apologist had just given birth and was feeling self-conscious about her body, which played into It Ends With Us.
I swear, everyone is obsessed with the Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively case, even Joe Rogan.
Following the Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively thing? Bro.
I never thought we'd talk about Joe Rogan on here, A, because I really don't know much about him. I'm pretty sure he was the Fear Factor host. He mentions how Blake and Ryan effed up. This is effing up their reputations.
Blake Lively, talk about ruin your reputation, and Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, they fucked up. Ryan's trying to get out of it now. He's trying to get out of the lawsuit, and they're like, you are a key part of this.
This is what you get, though. This is what you get. You're trying to ruin a guy's livelihood.
They were trying to take over the movie and the whole franchise. He owned the franchise. The whole thing's crazy. And he's suing the New York Times, and he's got a great case.
He's going hard in the paint. But that's what it takes.
That's what it takes.
It's like Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
He's like, all right.
Yeah.
He did for the boys.
Exactly.
You need real to be like, nah, man, I ain't going out like this.
Yeah, especially a guy like that. It was like known as being like this really sweet, nice guy.
Yep.
And then it's like, all right,
dude,
enough.
He also seems very impressed by Justin Baldoni's receipts provided.
Instead, her body double did all the shooting, and Lively only voiced her character. In her original complaint, Lively mentioned a scene where Baldoni displayed certain inappropriate behaviors that made her extremely uncomfortable.
His production company produced it, he directed it as well, and then she took creative control. Through power, intimidation, threats, and he claims that she made up the sexual harassment allegations as a cover-up, and that he engaged in no smear campaign, that she's the one who did. Gaslighter, manipulator, liar. Baldoni is suing the actress best known for Gossip Girl and her husband for a whole bunch of causes, including defamation, unfair business practices, and more. And as I told you earlier, he has evidence, footage, and audio of Blake Lively out of character mocking his physical appearance, making fun of his nose and telling him that he should get plastic surgery.
He's got receipts in the form of actual footage from the movie. And he's got even more receipts that reveal Blake Lively did not respect boundaries. Blake Lively was so unprofessional while filming.
In response, Baldoni's team released footage stating, "Here's the scene she was talking about. See for yourselves if what she's saying is legit." The online community erupted, trying to determine if Baldoni's behavior in the footage was inappropriate or if Lively's complaint was exaggerated.
Blake Lively and husband Ryan Reynolds appearing at Saturday Night Live's 50th anniversary celebration, making their first public appearance since she sued her It Ends With Us co-star Justin Baldoni. Ryan alluding to the ongoing legal battle during this Q&A sketch with Tina Fey and Amy Poehler.
Ryan Reynolds, hey! Ryan Reynolds, how's it going?
Great. Why? What have you heard?
The couple's appearance lighting up social media.
Ryan Reynolds was just featured in a sketch where they made a joke about the Justin Baldoni lawsuit drama. This is insane.
Public relations experts saying making light of a serious legal matter can be a double-edged sword.
We can't be dismissive of the allegations that were raised, and they were certainly, very serious allegations. But I think that likely the response strategy was designed to be appropriate in tone and brevity for the venue. It's their job to make public appearances. They're going to have to hit the red carpet at some point. And so it was something that was inevitable and that they had to do, I think, to move forward with their careers and their lives.
The video, originally posted by an anonymous source before swiftly disappearing from the internet, has only fueled speculation. Was this a rehearsal scene taken out of context, or is there something more personal at play?
I just want to say, God, first of all, thank you. You could have given up on me a lot of times. I've made a lot of mistakes, and your grace and your compassion and your love, and your belief that I can be better, even when I fuck up, is why we're even here. It's why I wrote a book. It's why the podcast exists. And if you had not been you, the beautiful, strong, badass superhero that I think you are, filled with grace and compassion, I don't think I would have loved myself enough to be willing to sit here right now. I just want to thank you, because you are everything I ever dreamed of.
The controversy has taken unexpected turns, with Ryan Reynolds displaying uncharacteristic behavior, Baldoni's wife dropping cryptic social media hints, and Hollywood insiders weighing in. As the dust refuses to settle, it's time to examine every angle of this unfolding saga.
But it is also important to note that the last time Lively stepped on a red carpet was on December 11th, 2024 at the 2024 Beauty Inc. Awards in New York City. And that was before she even filed her initial complaint. So they've kind of been in hiding since this all started, especially Blake. I think Ryan has made a few public appearances, but
the most obviously staged paparazzi shoot I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah. After the red carpet, Blake and Ryan were also seen on camera for this audience Q&A bit that they did where he appears to be making a joke about their situation.
Even Joe Rogan has weighed in on the Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni situation, commenting on how this is affecting their reputations. He noted that Blake and Ryan are messing up their public images, and Ryan is trying to distance himself from the lawsuit, despite being a key part of it.
What we have discovered since, a repeat sort of Ryan Reynolds psychopathic strategy of essentially love bombing people, giving them roles they don't deserve in places that they don't belong, and basically pretending to be the best, most amazing friend because the person that they're targeting and the person that they want to isolate is a person like Justin Baldoni who's connected to that individual. It's all about isolation.
The situation has escalated to the point where Baldoni is suing the New York Times, claiming he has a strong case. The controversy began with a brief, grainy video that surfaced online, appearing to show Lively and Baldoni in a noticeably intimate moment.
Candace Owens exposes the New York Times and Blake Lively. At this point, Justin Baldoni should just hire Candace onto his legal team. First off, we learn that the images that they pulled for that article had images saved 4 days before Blake Lively ever even filed anything. Just a little reminder before I play Candace's clip, New York Times article came out December 21st for the complaint that Blake Lively filed December 20th.
You go into that article and you click the images in the article about Justin Baldoni's smear campaign. It shows you that they began creating the images and pulling the images for that article on December 16th. Look at this. I'm showing you this right now. You can do this yourselves at home. If you right-click your mouse on the lead image, that is a original artwork from the New York Times. It shows you, if you look at that URL, look at the date on that. 12/16/2024, the New York Times saved this image, this original art image, as Lively topper. They were working on this article 4 days before they published the piece. Let me show you another one. You can pull another image from this because they were saving these files and did not think about their digital footprints. You can see they even named this file, multimedia file, that was named on 12/18. That is 2 days before Blake Lively filed her complaint. And they named it Smear Baldoni. Now that is to me the biggest clue right there, the title of it.
At first glance, it seemed like it could be a scene from It Ends With Us, the film adaptation of Colleen Hoover's best-selling novel. However, eagle-eyed fans pointed out inconsistencies, particularly in the lighting and camera angles, which differed from officially released stills and teaser footage.
In her original complaint, she mentioned a scene that while they were filming, he displayed certain inappropriate behaviors that made her extremely uncomfortable. In response to this, Justin Baldoni's team released that footage. They said, here's a scene she was talking about, see for yourselves if what she's saying is legit. And the online community went nuts, trying to figure out if in this footage he's displaying any inappropriate behaviors, if she seems uncomfortable in any way, or was her complaint very embellished.
Some claimed that the chemistry in the leaked clip felt more authentic and raw, raising questions about whether it was scripted or spontaneous. The timing of the filming is crucial. The clip was filmed in January 2024, after Lively had a meeting with Sony, Ryan Reynolds, Baldoni, and the producers.
So this is the scene, this is the montage, right? It's actually two different scenes, but we can see them making out. And what's really key here is that you can see that she's biting his lip in this specific makeout scene, right? When you can see that they're very intimately involved. Now, the reason this is so key is because of the date that this was filmed. So this was actually filmed in January 2024, which was after the all-hands meeting that she had with Sony and Ryan Reynolds and Baldoni and the producers, right? Why is that important? Well, because the allegations of harassment were made in phase 1 of filming, which happened prior to January 2024. So all of the alleged harassment is what she claimed happened prior to 2024. So this was shot afterwards. And even at the end of production, which Baldoni's team presented in their case, is that Blake Lively signed off saying that phase 2, everything in phase 2 was kosher and she was cool with everything. It was totally good. Which is interesting considering the lip biting, like she's literally sucking on his lip, which is what she accused him of doing in her harassment lawsuit.
This is significant because the allegations of harassment were made during phase 1 of filming, which occurred prior to January 2024. Baldoni's team presented evidence that Lively signed off on everything in phase 2, claiming that all was well. This raises eyebrows, especially considering the intimate nature of the scene in question. The leaked video has sparked widespread debate. Could it have been an off-the-clock rehearsal, a stolen moment between co-stars, or an expertly crafted PR stunt to generate buzz for the film?
Latest on Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. The couple made their first public appearance in weeks. Amid their dispute with her, It Ends With Us co-star Justin Baldoni. Claire's got the details.
Yeah, George, good morning to you. While the legal battle is turning ugly, the couple was all smiles and glamour this weekend. Lively has a movie out in a few weeks. She hasn't done any publicity for it yet, and that has added to the surprise of her appearance.
A source telling People magazine Reynolds and Lively had a great time at SNL 50, adding, "It was nice getting out of the house and being around friends and familiar faces."
Social media erupted with speculation, dissecting every frame and attempting to determine the context. The video's abrupt disappearance only added to the mystery. Who had the power to take it down so quickly, and why?
Well, I mean, that's kind of the thing. There wasn't a lot of actual evidence, whereas with Baldoni, we see screenshots of emails, text messages, we've seen him release footage, like raw footage and audio, where with her, there are just a lot of allegations. So even here, she's made a lot of new allegations where she's like, wait, I actually have 2 other actresses on the set. I'm not gonna reveal who they are. I'm not gonna give you their names. They'll probably at some point have to testify at trial should we get that far. But I mean, there are a lot of just allegations, like there are 2 other actresses that are coming, but they haven't come out. So she may depose them, which may force them to come out.
Sure.
But as of right now, it doesn't seem like anybody else is electively coming out with their stories.
Who do we think the 2 other actresses are?
Jenny Slate and then Isabella, who played young Lily in the film, I think.
2 of them showed up on the red carpet, of course, all smiles, which seems incredibly forced and uncomfortable. Like, they definitely seem awkward and fidgety, especially Ryan. And to be fair, I would be too, because they shouldn't even be showing their faces right now. But they walked the red carpet and smiled for the cameras. This statement says, Lively appeared to be in good spirits amid her return to the limelight. And I'm just reading that and thinking, how possibly could you be in good spirits in the middle of a lawsuit that started with claims of you being sexually harassed? Like, is she okay?
Baldoni's team claims that Lively engaged in intimidation tactics and made up the sexual harassment allegations as a cover-up. He is suing Lively for defamation, unfair business practices, and more, presenting evidence that includes footage and audio of Lively allegedly mocking his physical appearance.
His lawyer is clapping back and hitting hard. In a new statement, Justin's lawyer says Miss Lively's recent motion to dismiss herself from the self-concocted disaster she initiated is one of the most abhorrent examples of abusing our legal system. Love that callback. Stringent rules are put into place to protect the innocent and allow individuals to rightly defend themselves. Laws are not meant to be twisted and curated by privileged elites to fit their own personal agenda. As we said yesterday, in response to Mr. Reynolds' same cowardly measures, we will continue to hold Miss Lively accountable for her actions of pure malice. Important legal term brought up in her motion to dismiss today, they can't prove malice. But his lawyer said, oh, we can.
He claims to have receipts showing that Lively did not respect boundaries during filming. The couple made their first public appearance in weeks at the 50th anniversary celebration of Saturday Night Live. While they appeared to be all smiles, the atmosphere was tense. When a reporter asked Ryan about Blake's on-screen chemistry with Baldoni, his response was a forced smile and a vague comment about professionalism.
And let's just take a second to look at everyone's faces in the background, all the celebrities. A few of them are like laughing or smiling awkwardly. Will Ferrell in the front, he's kind of chuckling a little bit. Steven Spielberg. Robert De Niro actually makes kind of a funny face. It looks like he's like shocked that he actually said this. Bad Bunny is clearly not impressed. We have Cher on the side here. She couldn't care less. And then we have Kevin Costner, who I think represents all of us. And he's kind of just like, are they serious right now? And he's also like looking over at Blake and trying to like see what she's doing or how she's reacting, which we should definitely look at, by the way. This is actually kind of controversial because some people think that she's part of the bit, and then some people think that she had no idea he was even going to say anything.
Just days later, he was seen leaving a high-profile law firm in Los Angeles, raising eyebrows about the timing of his visit. While Baldoni has presented evidence, Lively has made new allegations, claiming that 2 other actresses on set witnessed inappropriate behavior, but have not yet come forward. Speculation about their identities has run rampant, with names like Jenny Slate and Isabella, who played young Lily in the film, being mentioned. However, no one has publicly supported Lively's claims, leading to questions about the validity of her allegations.
The rooftop scene that ended up being Ryan Reynolds' scene in the movie. One of the scenes that Blake Lively has apparently also complained about that she felt uncomfortable in shooting. This video that's been leaked that is on Reddit showed that Blake Lively was laughing and having a good time, and no one could really see that there's anything off here. This just proves yet again that there is nothing there. I find it so interesting at this point, especially these people who are supporting Blake Lively. Like, where is the evidence? She said she felt uncomfortable in the dancing scene. Justin Baldoni showed a video from the dancing scene. We couldn't see anything there. She said that he came into her trailer while she was breastfeeding. He showed a text message that she was inviting him in while she was pumping. She said that she felt uncomfortable, that he called her sexy. She used that word all the time in interviews. Even with my boyfriend, she used that word a lot. She said that it made her really uncomfortable when Jamie Heath showed nude photos of his wife giving birth. We've seen the photo. We can't see any private parts in the photo. There's nothing. And I don't understand how all these people can come out and support her. What are they supporting? Why don't they want to see the facts?
As the scandal continues to unfold, insiders report that the movie studio is scrambling to control the narrative. There are rumors that they are urging Lively and Baldoni to make a joint statement denying any off-screen romance. However, as of now, neither actor has directly addressed the controversy. With no official statements and more questions than answers, this scandal is far from over.
Someone sent me this morning, actually a photo. She's on a cruise ship right now and she wanted to watch It Ends With Us. And it came up on her TV in her room like this. As you can see, it says stars, Blake Lively, Jenny Slate, Brendan Sklenar. They removed Justin Baldoni's name from the film. One thing is to remove it from the poster, as we've seen, but they also removed it from the cast, the list of the cast for the movie. And Blake Lively is the victim here.
Will Ryan and Blake address the rumors? Will Justin's marriage suffer from the fallout? Or will this all fade into the background, replaced by Hollywood's next big controversy? One thing is certain. Whether orchestrated or organic, this story has captivated audiences, proving once again that real-life Hollywood drama can be just as compelling as the movies themselves. What do you think? Let us know in the comments section below.